Well, I probably should have started this video much earlier, but today I am going to be finally building Kujou Sara, because as you would have seen from all of my recent videos, I've been doing a lot of work on the Raiden Shogun, and one of the best supports for the Raiden Shogun in her hypercarry teams is Kujou Sara. And as you can see, my Kujou Sara is still at level 70. She has a Skyward Harp, which is okay, but you know, she isn't incredibly built at the moment. The main reason for that being the fact that she is not C6 yet. C6 is the big constellation where you get a lot of benefit out of her. But even where I have her now, which is C2, it is still decent. She gives an attack increase, I'm pretty sure. So it's still something. I'm pretty sure the skill does scale off of base attack, so just piling attack on her wouldn't be incredibly useful. So I think energy recharge will be the best stat we could run for her. I'm not really too sure how to build her properly. So for the time being, I'm just going to build her on Emblem. I'd assume we just want crits, attack, and ER, which we do have some decent pieces lying around. I'm going to say that piece would definitely be our best. I could borrow other people's pieces, but I'm just going to try to make a whole new set, because a lot of people do use Emblem, so it is probably good to have a few Emblem sets lying around. That being said, Chevro's piece is much too nice and works perfectly for Sara, so I will be borrowing that one. I'm going to run electro damage, and then I will run an off piece because I probably have something better than on Emblem. I have this crit rate piece from Bennett, so I will be borrowing that one. So that's a decent build, I think. It obviously needs leveling up, but we'll get around to leveling up in just a second. I am going to go quickly fix Bennett's artifacts because they are not correct at the moment. There we go. He is now on Noblesse, which is what we want. Now we go back to Sara, and we need to get her built now. Weapons, I think I am just going to run with Skyward Harp just because it has the most base attack, and that's what her talents scale off of. Plus there's no one else that is really needing a damage focused weapon at the moment, so it will do. So now all that's left is going to be leveling up these artifacts, which I'll do at the end, getting her to level 90 and then getting her talents leveled up. What do I need in terms of boss drops? I don't think I'm going to need any, actually. We have all of the boss drops. That is beautiful. We should have all of these, which we do. We should have most of these. Yes, we have 76 craftable, so that'll be fine. It's just going to be these guys, which I probably will not have enough. Well, let's start with these. Although while I am over here, I'm going to go quickly condense my resin so I can also go run her talent domain while I'm here, and we can get her talents up a pretty decent level, hopefully. I'm on a little bit of a time constraint today. I will still be able to continue this tomorrow, but in about 45 or so minutes, we have the Genshin 5.5 live stream. So I want to go check that out because there is a chance that it is going to be really cool with all the, marketing they've done for it with the moon stuff. It could be kind of cool, or it could just be another Natland filler one. We'll see. So let's at least get all of the Dendrowood, whatever these things are called. Dendrobium? Is that what they're called? I don't know. Let's go collect all of them really quick and then do our talents, and then we will probably have to farm more of the Dendrobium things. So I might need to jump into co-op. But I only really have today and tomorrow to work on this video because it was a very last minute idea. I kind of ran out of video ideas, so this was just the first thing I could think of. So we do not have a whole ton of time, so let's just hope we can get enough of these Dendrobium things. But we already actually have the perfect amount to get her up to level 80. So let's quickly do that one. I did notice that Mora might be a problem, but let's hope not. It's definitely going to be a problem. Oh well. Now we just need another 60 of them, and then 4 more of these, but that's not going to be a problem. Well, there was quite a few more of those Dendrobium things than I originally thought there was, but this looks like it is going to be our last location. And so we finish today with 39 of them. We were only 20 off. That was actually kind of close. So I will most likely need to go into co-op to get the last couple, unless I can buy them from somewhere, but I do not think I'll be able to buy another 20-ish of them. Okay, so it appears like none of them can be bought. That is all I'm going to have time for at the moment because the special program is about to start. So I'll see you all tomorrow, hopefully with enough of those dendrobiums. Okay, with a slight change of plan, I ended up recording a different video. So now it is a couple days later and all of Sara's stuff has reset. So now we can easily get Sara up to level 90. That has also given me a little bit more time to research teams and different ways I could run Sara and everything. And I feel like if we're going to be using her with Raiden Shogun, which we obviously are, that's the best team we can run, we really only have 2 options in the way of teams, at least for the characters we have and the characters that are built. We could either run the team we are currently using, which is Raiden, Bennett, Kazuha, and Sara. I was originally running a team with Farina instead of Kazuha, but Bennett doesn't really do enough healing himself to get high stacks for Farina. Our Farina is C2, which helps. We still want to be able to have good heals. Or the second team would be something like this, because Shalonen can buff Farina a lot better compared to Bennett. Shalonen's healing is a lot better, so Farina can get higher fanfare. Plus Shalonen has Kazuha style resistance shred, which I'd say is probably a little bit better than just Bennett's attack boost, especially if we're running with Farina and Kujou Sara, who's doing attack boosting anyway. So this is probably the team I'll most likely use, but I do want to try both of them out because they could both be good. I'm not really too sure. I also would need to think about rotations because I don't think we want to be swirling Pyro from Bennett. I'm pretty sure with Kazuha, we want to swirl Electro. And just like that, we have now collected all of the resources for Kujou Sara. So we can now bring Kujou Sara all the way up to level 90. Should be able to max level her as well, which we can. That is great. There we go. Kujou Sara is now level 90. What did I want to do with talents? I'm pretty sure I did say I want to get them up. I have been farming these, so I will be able to get them a little bit. I'd say we want to get both the burst and skill pretty evenly leveled up. Well, with all the crafting we can do, we will be able to get, I'm pretty sure, up to like 7 or 8. So there is both of them up to 7. And it looks like we're only going to be able to bring one of them up to 8. Now we need another 3 of these, which are open today actually. Okay, that is good. Let me go farm that. And just like that, we can bring Kujou Sara's burst up to... No, we can't. Okay, awesome. We have a little bit of resin and we also have this event, so let me quickly do that. And now, just like that, we can bring Kujou Sara's burst up to level 8. So for the time being, that is Kujou Sara done. She is level 90. She has a level 90 Skyward Harp. She has a decent-ish, I guess, Emblem of Severed Fate set. She is C2, unfortunately. I would really like C6, but that is much further down the line. And then her talents are 288. She currently has 11,500 HP, 1,200 attack, with 870 base attack, which I think is okay. I'm not really too sure. She has a 76 to 115, which is a weirdly good crit ratio. 188 energy recharge as well. So now let's go try out these teams. So we're going to run the Farina team first. This should be pretty easy rotation-wise. Just do Raiden skill, Farina, Shalonen, Sara, Raiden, I'd imagine. Okay, boom. Raiden burst. That, I didn't see anything. That's 32k, 25k, another 25k. I felt like there was a 20k there as well. 11k off the skill. Okay, yeah, that was good. I think the biggest I saw was a 30k. It's definitely consistently 25 and a bit k off the normal attacks, which is pretty good from other Raiden builds I've seen. That's like a pretty, like, average damage. That's pretty solid. So now let's try the second team, which is this one. There is also the option of running a team with Chevreuse, which I have dabbled with before in a previous video, but I'm not really too sure how I would run that. I'd assume I'd just swap out Kazuha in this case for Chevreuse. But for the time being, I'm just looking at like Hypercarry Raiden builds, so I will look at Chevreuse teams later if they will be better, which I'd assume they will be. I'm not sure. I have seen some people using them pretty successfully, so they might be a better team, but for Hypercarry Raiden, which is what I'm attempting at the moment, not as good of a team, I don't think. Okay, that to that, we do the big hit, do that to your burst, and then we do Kazuha burst, do that one, do Benny burst, and then Raiden burst. 170k, and I saw a 24k, I think, right at the end, but he died quite quickly. So let me go quickly get burst up again, and we will try this once again. Okay, let's try this again. Do that, do that, do that one, that one. Okay, I got hit, but oh well. Do that, do that. Boom, boom. Burst. Another big number. 24k, 26k, 20k, 8k, 25k, 28k. And Raiden died. I actually feel like this team's stronger. At least for Raiden's personal damage, this team's stronger. I feel like... I'm going to leave because Raiden's already dead. I feel like the other team for Abyss is a little bit stronger, but that is mainly just because we have Farina, who is doing like 50 plus K on her own, compared to this team where we don't really have too much like other damage coming from anyone else really. So I would say, like, if I was doing a nuke build, definitely this team. Raiden hits the most damage with this team and is definitely better. For Abyss, which is what I'm building this team for, I think this team will perform a little bit better than the other one. Again, just because we have Farina here who's doing 50 plus K. But in terms of Raiden's damage, they were pretty similar. I did see like an average of 25 or so K coming from both of them. I'm pretty sure I did see this team with Farina hit like a 30 something K. Well, the other one only hit like 28k maybe. Although I'm not too certain about that 30k. It might have only been 3k. Didn't really see it too well. But they were both hitting sort of an average of around 25. So for Abyss, I think the Farina team will be the best. So let's do a quick run of Abyss. It has reset. Floor 11 doesn't look too bad. I definitely will not be using Raiden in first half. Floor 12, which is probably what I will actually mainly record and test damage against, is horrible. We have this guy, and I think because of that, I will run Raiden second half. Let's see how floor 12 goes. Goodness gracious. Why is there two Abyss Lectors together? That's not fun. They are so annoying, and they're standing 10 decades away from each other. Not that that really does anything, because I need two entirely different elements to attack them and get their shields down. We're going to have no time for the second half, which, with these guys, is to be expected. They just put all the worst enemies together, didn't they? That's fun. Yeah, we're going to have 30 seconds for the second half, and no bursts for the next floor chamber thing. Oh no, he's put his shield back up again. Whoa. Yeah, no, I don't think we're going to be clearing Abyss this rotation, because what the hell is this? Yeah, we've already lost 3 stars, and we're not even up to second half. Okay, yeah. Abyss this rotation is not happening. I mean, I guess I will just run through it now because why not? Raiden and Farina, though, are absolutely shredding. We got 2 stars. That's manageable, I guess. It's not the worst. It's not perfect, but it's better than 1 star, I guess. We have 0 burst for this side. Yay. And now we just get, by the looks of things, annoyingly tanky enemies with too much HP. Not very difficult with pretty easy combat, but just annoyingly tanky. And all spawning individually, so it takes us longer. Oh, wait. We have this guy. I forgot. Well, it was not particularly very quick, but at least we have 3 stars going into the second half. Not that that's going to do us too good, but, I mean, 20 seconds to clear this boss. That's definitely going to happen. 165,000 there from Raiden. And we're seeing more of those 33,000s. And yet again, another 2-star clear. Well, once we get through all the other enemies in here, this boss is actually not too bad. It's just the fact that there are a ton of other enemies in here that make it just annoying. And this boss is really annoying because he is tanky and does too much damage. And we like none of those things. And even once you knock him down where you'd assume he'd take more damage, no, you would be very wrong. He still takes just as little damage. Another 2-star clear. I mean, we did get through floor 12. I don't remember how well that's gone previously, but we did get sort of comfortably through floor 12. It wasn't super difficult. My rotations weren't incredible, but they weren't horrible either. But this, big problem. Actually, to be fair, all of them were a big problem. The first half was not doing great damage. So I probably need to fix that Hyperbloom team, but I feel like it's as good as we can possibly get. I don't really have any other options for other teams I could substitute instead of the Hyperbloom. So I will, as I have been, keep trying every new Abyss rotation that comes out and hoping we do well every single time. and then not doing well because Abyss is horrible. Well, even though Abyss could have gone a little bit better, this team has definitely done better. It does feel quite good compared to previous builds. So having Sara built, surprise, surprise, actually did good things. So this team is definitely doing more damage, which was the goal of this video, or at least it feels like it's doing more damage. I don't think I've seen like 30Ks out of Raiden before, so I'm pretty sure it is. So I'm pretty happy with that. Spiral Abyss could have gone better, but I think I just need to do something. I'm not sure. I'm probably missing some tiny weird little thing that I need to fix, or there's probably an entirely different team I need to use or something. I don't even know at this point. I'm just going to wait till an easier Abyss, because I genuinely can't think of anything. But with that being said, however, I am pretty happy with this team, so I will be leaving it there. So, hope you guys did enjoy. If you liked this video, go check out the Raiden Shogun and Chevrolet team I have previously built. And with that being said, I will see you next time. Goodbye.